Right then, Manchester United go into the World Cup in desperate, desperate need of finding a striker between now and the end of next month, because I would say it's pretty obvious Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm going to read between the lines and reckon I don't think he wants to be here anymore. And do you know what? Even if he doesn't want to be here anymore, even if he did, right? Even if he did want to be here anymore, Manchester United still got to find a striker. I think Anthony Martial has proved only that he cannot be trusted to lead the line with his injuries. And that's if you're just completely ignoring the question marks over his ability. So Manchester United need to find a striker. Now, Soccernomics tells us that you will see people massively, massively overvalued because they've had 6 good games and sometimes only 3 good games in a tournament like the World Cup or a Euros or even a Copa America. So it's a bad do to spend significant amounts of money on someone that's just had 3 weeks of good form. You're looking for a lot more consistency in somebody that you're going to invest a significant amount of transfer budget into. So, that being the case, here's 5 strikers that we've had a look at, that we've observed over the course of this year and last year, that we think you should be looking out for going into the World Cup. Because I think if you're already aware of a couple of targets going into the World Cup, it's a different vibe than suddenly one arriving on the scene and you snapping him up because he was the superstar of the World Cup. So there's 5 players here that we've got that are going to the World Cup, that have got excellent goal-scoring records, that are well worth Manchester United having a look at. Now, number 1 for me is a guy that I think a lot of you guys would really like Manchester United to sign straight off the bat, and that is Jonathan David of Canada. Now, he is a typical fox-in-the-box style striker, but he's also one that's got excellent off-the-ball movement outside the box. He's got blistering speed. 9 goals and 3 assists in 15 games this season. Should have no problem transitioning to the English game as he's already an absolute physical specimen. He is versatile and very adept at playing in the second striker in a 2, as well as being the lead striker, which is what Rangnick initially preferred. But he's also very adept at being the lone striker as well. He is a clinical finisher who scores a wide variety of goals, and whether that's shooting with power or going for accuracy with the side of his foot. He scores off both feet very confidently, which is a massive asset that he's got in his locker, but he's also got really strong aerial ability, and he's got a unique combination of both physical and technical attributes that I think are going to secure him a move to a very, very big club very, very soon. And I think he fits United's style because the versatility, the energy, the attitude that he brings, as well as the athleticism, he can lead the line and be a focal point in a 4-3-3. And he's also more than capable of playing a little bit deeper, where he can be more of an attacking midfielder or, as we said, the second striker, and get involved in a build-up play a little bit like that as well. And a lot of David's allure isn't just about what he's already done. It's the fact that he's done all of this and he's still only 22 years of age. So he is capable of going on to much, much higher levels. I think he's going to announce himself on the world stage over the next few weeks. And I think the time would be right for him to move to a club that's going to allow him to reach the potential that he's got in him. And I think United could do that. And that's why he's number 1 on this list for me. Number 2, Dusan VLAHOVIC of Serbia. Now, obviously, when you first spot VLAHOVIC, the first thing, Jesus Christ, he's a big boy, isn't he? Now, he's massive. He's 6'3", but and literally stands head and shoulders above most defenders. But as well as being a bit of an imposing figure, he actually has very, very good technique, almost Zlatan-esque with some of the technique that he's got. Because you don't expect Zlatan to be as skillful as he is. You expect the powerful brute force nature that he's got, and he does have that. But he's also got the caliber of a genuine finisher as well. And he's obviously effective when it comes to direct football, but his game isn't just confined to it. Now, he's a potent and clinical penalty box poacher, and he's obviously got a presence with, honestly, very high-level finishing about him as well. For a striker of his sort of physical presence and stature, his movement's really, really effective. He's very good at timing his runs to stay onside, which is obviously massive come VAR. And he's got a dynamite left boot. 7 goals and 2 assists in 15 games this season. It's a pretty good return. Number 3 on the list then is RANDAL KOLO MUANI. Now, this is someone that's definitely not been on too many people's radar. Recently called up to the France squad in light of the injury to Nkunku. But he's been a bit of a bright spark in Bundesliga this season. He's got 8 goals and 11 assists in just 23 games. That's someone that you have to pay attention to. He is dynamic. He's someone that links the play as opposed to being sort of like your out-and-out number 9. And when you watch him, you get the feeling that this guy's played on his wings all the way through his career. So you see the way he glides past people, and I think he's one that's probably played in every single position in the forward line and just so happens to find himself in the centre at the moment. But he's dynamic. He is intelligent, certainly in 1v1 situation. That allows him to play probably across that number of different positions effectively. He's extremely creative, as proven by the 11 assists that he's got this season. But he's also 6'2", so he's got a serious physical presence about him, enough to allow him to compete shoulder to shoulder in duels and shrug off challenges from defenders. He's only 23 as well, so I think that this could be a big opportunity for him. He's not going to have been worried about whether he can make an impact in the World Cup, gets called up to the last minute. If he's given an opportunity, I would expect him to do bits, but definitely one to keep an eye on, especially because of the sort of like last minute nature of his call up as well. He's done bits already this season, so don't think this is a bolt from the blue. It's just that France are absolutely stacked and they've got talent for days that isn't even getting close to getting a call up to come in on the plane. Right then, this video is brought to you by our partners at Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN, which is a virtual private network that keeps your online identity safe, and it encrypts all the information between your device and the internet. It keeps your personal data from being protected from the big companies or from cyber criminals, and you can also swap the actual location of your device with a new one. For example, next week, I'm going to be in Qatar. If I would like to watch some shows on UK Netflix or UK Sky or anything like that, I will be using Surfshark's VPN. That's not in the read. That's literally what I will be doing. I might have tried using it this weekend to try and watch the United Villa game by legal means by using a US location. Maybe that might have happened. That's something that you can do with Surfshark VPN. It encrypts your data and secures your personal information when you use things like free public Wi-Fi. So in Qatar, again, this thing's getting turned on when I get on that plane and won't be getting turned off till I get home. It allows you to mask your IP address and become private online, and it makes sure that your city, your country, and all your download history are not linked to your identity. It doesn't monitor, track, or store what you do online, and it means that there's no connection or activity logs. You can change your virtual location and access content that is not in your region, like I'll be doing while I'm away. And it also means that you can watch things like iPlayer and all that kind of things, your Sky subscriptions, your legal subscriptions that you pay for, but you're in a different country, you can't actually watch because it's going to geo-lock them. So you can do that. And we've got an exclusive offer for you. If you use the code Howson, you get 83% off as well as 3 extra months for free. And it's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk at all to try it out. So follow the link in the description, use the code Howson, and enjoy our exclusive offer. Okay? Check it out. Okay, next up on the list then is going to be LAUTARO Martinez. Now, there's a lot of people sort of suggesting this is a player that United should probably be looking to sign, with Cristiano Ronaldo looking very likely to leave. And I like him. He's got a low centre of gravity. He's got incredible strength on the ball for his size. One of the better finishers in world football. He's got a hell of a shot, right and left foot. Very underrated aerial ability as well for someone of his size. And he's proven both to be a striker and a pretty capable number 10. I don't think he's getting anywhere near the number 10 in this Argentinian squad. So he'll probably be playing right down the middle. But versatile, quick, pretty impressive when it comes to controlling possession with little or no time and space. Suits, I think, the way Lionel Messi likes to play. Has got a lot of the similarities in the style of play, how he played as a 9, as David Villa, which I think Messi really enjoyed playing with. So I think there's a lot of the link-up play that they could replicate from that great Barcelona side with him. Isn't lightning quick, but maybe has enough to burst away from most of the defenders that are going to try and get onto him. But like most world-class forwards, his finishing and his movement is clever and it's decisive. He's got 8 goals and 6 assists this season, and I think that Argentina side is one that's going to create so many chances that I expect he's going to be in the goals, should we say, during the tournament. And then finally, let's end with a Brazilian, Pedro. So Pedro offers something that Brazil have been lacking for a while, and that is an out-and-out number 9. A tall striker that's got a penalty area presence and rich technical repertoire. He's able to finish off both feet or in the air, which makes him a triple threat, and he's well aware of what's going on him, and he's able to bring others into the game with flicks, with clever passes, and I think he's got the physical presence to do some damage up front in a Brazilian team that I think has seen its share of flair players, but maybe lacking a little bit of toughness at times. Now, he does have a lack of one of the big qualities that's seen almost as an absolute necessity in modern football, and that is he's not the quickest. His movements are a bit long and loping, sometimes makes it look like he's running a little bit in slow motion, and he's not really a striker that can really be slipped in behind, round a corner for him to run onto. But he's got 12 goals in 13 games in the Copa Libertadores in 2022, and he's got a really good goal-scoring record across everything in recent times. He is a player that I believe is destined for much more, and I don't think he's fully lived up to his potential just yet. So he's one that's going to be keeping an eye on, because I definitely think one of the bigger European clubs are going to be coming sniffing around. He might not be of the quality that United need, but I certainly think he's a striker that you'll find interesting watching with the amount of talent that is around him in that Brazil squad. But that's it from me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe for all of the updates. I'm going to give you the truth of what's going on the ground in Qatar. You've seen some of the stuff about where the fans are living, where the fans are staying. I'm going to go and film all of that stuff. I will give you the honest, uncensored truth about everything that is going down in Qatar. You know me. I don't do it any other way. So cheers for tuning in as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.